Let's cut the fluff. If your life sucks right now, it's because of your habits. It's not because the world is against you. It's not because you weren't born into privilege. It's not because you don't have time. You're living in the aftermath of your own choices, especially the small ones. If you wake up most days frustrated with yourself, if you feel stuck, aimless, and like your life is wasted, then it's time to stop blaming outside factors and start taking ownership. Because here's the hard truth: you don't get the life you want, you get the life you earn. And that life is built or destroyed one habit at a time. If you're done making excuses and ready to turn things around, my private coaching program is exactly where you need to be. It's not for men who want to dabble. It's for men who are ready to dominate. We give you the systems, structure, and relentless accountability you need to level up across the board with your looks, your fitness, your networking, as well as your mental strength. Click the first link in the description and take the first step. Now let's break down the 5 habits that can fix the chaos and help you build a life that you're actually proud of. Stop starting over and just get consistent. One of the main reasons your life feels stuck is because you're constantly starting over. You hit the gym for a week, then stop. You read for 3 days, then binge nonsense for the next 5. You build some momentum, then lose it just as fast. No habit ever gets the chance to compound. This stop-start cycle kills your confidence. It teaches your brain that you can't be trusted to follow through. And the more times you quit, the more quitting becomes your default move. You don't need a perfect routine. You don't need 10 habits at once. What you need is consistency. Pick one high leverage habit: lifting, reading, eating clean, waking up early, and stick to it every single day. No negotiations, no resets, just ruthless consistency. That's how things change. You won't feel it on day one, but give it 30, 60, or 90 days, and you'll start to feel like a different man. More focused, more confident, more in control. That's the power of momentum. But you'll never get there if you keep hitting the reset button every time life gets inconvenient. Consistency is the secret sauce. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, but it works. And once you start stacking days, you build belief. You stop thinking of yourself as a guy who tries, and you become the man who executes. Want to get unstuck? Want to stop hating your lack of results? Stop starting over. Build one habit and don't break it. That alone will flip your entire life around. Start saying no without guilt. Your life probably sucks because you're overcommitted, overstimulated, and overwhelmed. And most of it you said yes to. You're not being dragged down by enemies. You're being buried by your own inability to say no. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you say no to something that does. You spread yourself thin. You give your time, your attention, your focus to things and people that offer you nothing in return. And then you wonder why you're tired, behind, and unfulfilled. Here's a habit that will change your life forever. Say no without guilt. Guard your time, guard your mental bandwidth. You don't owe your availability to anyone. You owe your potential to yourself. Start simple. Say no to hanging out with guys who aren't leveling up. Say no to scrolling for hours. Say no to drama. Say no to anything that doesn't move you closer to the man that you want to become. This habit doesn't make you selfish. It makes you disciplined. It makes you focused. It turns you from a man who gets tossed around by life into a man who sets his own direction. And here's the best part: when you say no to the wrong things, you finally have the capacity to say yes to the right ones. You can focus, you can train, you can build, you can rest intentionally. You stop leaking your potential and start channeling it. This isn't about being a monk or a robot. It's about being selective. Your time and focus are limited. Treat them like a currency. Spend them where the return is highest. You don't have to do more. You just have to cut the fat. That one shift can completely change the quality of your life. Build discipline through micro hardship. If your life sucks, it's likely because it's too easy. You've insulated yourself from challenge. You avoid discomfort like a plague. And guess what? That comfort is destroying you. It's making you weaker, softer, and less capable. If you want to fix your life, start building the habit of doing hard things on purpose. And I'm not talking about grand heroic gestures. I'm talking about daily micro hardship that forces you to grow. Wake up early. Train when you don't want to. Fast once a week. Take cold showers. Have the tough conversation. Skip the junk food. Do that thing you've always been avoiding. These aren't just physical wins. They're psychological warfare. And when you win them, you build real toughness. Here's the secret. Every time you conquer a small discomfort, you're training your mind to follow through instead of flinch. And that builds the kind of internal strength that men need, especially in a world that rewards softness. Discipline isn't a mindset, it's a muscle. And you build it with reps, daily, without exception. This is one of the pillars inside my private coaching program. We don't just talk about being stronger, we train it. Every man inside is held to a standard of daily difficulty. And that's exactly why their lives start shifting fast. If you're serious about leveling up, use the first link in the description and join us. It'll be one of the best decisions you've ever made. We'll make sure that you stop making excuses and start building a life that commands respect. The bottom line, micro hardship builds macro strength. Chase it, welcome it, use it. It's one of the fastest ways to build your resilience, confidence, and sharpen your edge, and start liking the man that you see in the mirror. Treat your day like a mission, not a mess. One of the reasons your life feels so chaotic is because your day has no direction. You wake up and react. Notifications, emails, nonsense distractions. You're putting out fires all day without ever stepping into a real plan. Your day isn't a battlefield, it's a circus. And guess what? That's a habit too. If you want to turn this around, start treating your day like a mission. You wake up with a clear target. You know what needs to get done. You cut the fat, execute the task, and move with intention. Start with 3 things. 1 win for your body, 1 win for your mind, and 1 win for your purpose. Maybe that's training, reading, and pushing your business forward. Or it's walking, journaling, and making sales calls. Whatever it is, keep it simple and get it done. Then review your day at night. What did you execute? What got dropped? What needs improving tomorrow? That 5-minute audit will change everything. This habit doesn't just give you results, it gives you clarity. You start controlling your life instead of reacting to it. And over time, that structure brings peace, purpose, and pride, not chaos, regret, and confusion. The average guy floats through his days waiting for life to change. The strong man designs his day and forces life to adjust to him. Make it your standard. Every day is a mission. No more drifting, no more guesswork. You wake up, you lock in, and you execute. That's how men build momentum that doesn't stop. Make your environment a trigger for growth. You're not just a product of your habits. You're a product of your environment. And most men never change because their surroundings keep dragging them backward. Is your room a mess? Your phone is a distraction machine, and your friends are all losers, then guess what? You're going to stay stuck. Your environment needs to force your habits to win, not compete with them. Clean your space. Make it impossible not to train by having your gear ready the night before. Keep books where you'll actually read them. Set alarms that remind you to execute, not waste time. Delete apps that steal your time. Rearrange your home so it supports your mission, not your laziness. And most importantly, audit your circle. If the men around you are soft, undisciplined, or content with mediocrity, it's going to affect you. Whether you admit it or not, you become like the standard you surround yourself with. So raise them. Find men who challenge you, who call out your excuses, who celebrate your wins and correct your slips. This doesn't mean you need to cut off everyone, but it does mean you need to prioritize growth. Choose spaces and people that sharpen you, that hold you accountable, that make high standard the norm. Your habits are your output. Your environment is the trigger. Fix one and the other improves. Fix both and your entire life changes. Here's the truth. Your life sucks because you've allowed it to. Through your habits, through your choices, through your environment. But here's the good news. You could turn it all around starting today, one habit at a time. Better habits are not magic. They're not hype. They're not for perfect men. They're for you right now. Wherever you are, you don't need a new life plan. You need a new standard. And that starts with the habits you refuse to break. If you're serious about getting your life together, if you want structure, strategy, and a circle of men who refuse to stay average, then join my private coaching program. We do not tolerate excuses. We build results. Click the first link in the description and get started. The man you want to become is waiting, and he's not going to show up unless you move. Your habits are the building blocks. Choose wisely, execute daily, and earn the life that weak men only dream about. I'll see you on the other side.